Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel A Square Academy. Today we are going to see participation constraint in database. So what is the meaning of participation? Participation means involvement of entity in a relationship set. This constraint specifies the number of instances of an entity that are participating in the relationship type, and it is also called as minimum cardinality constraint. So here I can say the meaning of participation as how many entities of your entity type participate in a relationship type. If I say S1 or T1, that is teacher, T1 instance or T1 entity of your entity type teacher teaches S1. Okay, that is student S1. So here I can say one teacher teaches one student, right? So how many entities are involved in this? One entity from teacher and one entity from student type is involved in this. So how many instances, the number of instances of an entity, those are participating in the relationship type is said to be as participation, right? And it is also called as minimum cardinality constraint. Type of participation constraints. There are two types of participation constraints. As you can see the diagram over here, participation constraints are of type total participation and partial participation. Now, what is the meaning of total participation? It specifies that each entity in the entity set must compulsorily participate in at least one relationship instances in that relationship set. That is why it is also called as mandatory participation. Total participation is represented using a double line between the entity set and the relationship set. Okay, so here basically what it is telling, at least one relationship instance must be there into the relationship set, right? And it is also called as mandatory participation, and it is represented by double line between the entity type and the relationship set. So here in this diagram you can see this is what the entity type and this is what is the relationship set. So it is indicating what double line is indicating total participation, and total participation means what? At least one relationship instance must be there in that relationship set. So obviously here a double line is indicating what? Total participation of this entity, right? Let's see the example for this. So here you can see this is the what? Student and the course entity type, and the relationship is what? Enrolled in. That means what? Student enrolled in course. This is how we are going to read this, right? Now, double line between the entity set, student and relationship set enrolled in signifies total participation. This means what? It specifies that each student must be enrolled in at least one course, right? एक स्टूडेंट एटलीस्ट एक कोर्स में एनरोल करना चाहिए. ओके, इट कैन बी मोर देन वन, बट कंपल्सरीली वन must be the course enrolled by the student, right? So this is what the mandatory participation or total participation, and it is represented by the double line between the entity type and the relationship set. Next, partial participation. It specifies that each entity in the entity set may or may not participate in that relationship instance, in that relationship set. That is why it is also called as optional participation. Partial participation is represented using a single line between the entity set and relationship set. So this is what the diagram you can see. There is a single line between the entity type or the entity set and the relationship set. Okay, let's see the example. Here you can see again, student enrolled in course. Okay, single line between the entity set course and the relationship set enrolled in signifies partial participation. It specifies that there might exist some courses for which no enrollments are made. Okay, there might be the chances there are some courses in your campus or in your institute that no one has enrolled for that course, and this means that it is a partial participation. Okay, so here this is what the participation concept in your database, how the entities are involved and how they are going to make total participation and partial participation. Double line indicates total participation and single line indicates partial participation. Thank you for watching this video. Please do comment, share and like my video. Do not forget to press the subscribe button. Thank you.